Hello and welcome back to another Flashback Bollocks. I am going to make a massive assumption, and that is that if you are listening to this, you've already heard multiple Talking Bollocks episodes, but maybe not this one. If you have never heard one, well, welcome. This is episode 8 from 11 years ago and was released on the 8th of August, 2014. I am going to make no apologies for this being my favourite ever interview, as the title suggests. It's for a particular reason. You will find out what those reasons are very, very quickly in the interview. You will not have heard anything like this before. I have not done anything like this before or since. And as I was doing it, I knew I was never going to do an interview like this ever again because of the specific personal nature of it and the fact that Franky and I had a connection that he did not know about. This was recorded on Skype because it was way back then, and that's pretty much all we had. There is a little bit of catch-up at the beginning. Well, a sort of non-catch-up, really, as in Acid Rain I played with Channel Zero. Well, you're going to hear all about it at the beginning of the interview, but the interview doesn't really get going until we go through all of that, and then about 6 minutes in, the real interview starts and all is revealed from my end. Channel Zero are huge in Belgium. They are like Metallica size in Belgium. They are massive. To the extent that, Franky says, look, I'll hit you up on Facebook and send you a friend request. And I accepted. And when the notification on Facebook appeared that me and him were now friends, I had messages from a British guy I know who lived in Belgium at the time, and 2 Belgian people that I knew who were friends of his who I'd met through him, all messaging me saying, oh my God, how come you're friends with Franky? Like, he's an absolute legend in this country. And outside of Belgium, not as popular, but great band. Really like them. Really like the album they were putting out around this time as well. But anyway, that's enough from me. Why not get stuck into the interview all the way back from August 2011. This is Franky and I having a chat way back when. Hello.
Hey, Howard. How you doing, man?
I'm very well. How are you?
Fine. Yeah, my status is always actually like offline because otherwise I get like calls.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I hide a little bit.
yeah. You being the Belgian Phil Anselmo and all that. So look, thanks for doing this.
No problem.
Let's get straight to it. Do you do you know the story behind me getting hold of you, really? Because we've met and we've played together.
Yeah, Andy was telling me, but I can't remember. Was it on somewhere on a tour with Body Count?
No. I'm hoping you will remember, but this is quite funny because anybody who listens to my podcast, I seem to do interviews with people who I've met before, and they always go, "No, I'm sorry, I can't, I don't remember you." I did one with Tommy Victor from Prong, and he was like, "No, I don't remember." And then we finished the interview, and then offline he was like, "Do you know what? I do remember you now." Oh, jeez. Okay, right.
When I can't bring it back.
It was.
I probably will know because my hard disk works really well, but sometimes I'm like, at this moment I can't place it.
Absolutely no problem, Frank. The thing is, we played on a bill with Nuclear Assault in Ghent. It was when you had your demo out. I don't think you were signed yet.
Woo! That was with Napalm Death.
No, it was Nuclear Assault. I sang in Acid Rain. It was Nuclear Assault.
Yeah, Acid Rain. I remember the name.
Right.
Ooh,
Okay.
but it's really like 1990.
Oh, yeah. We're talking, I think, actually 1989.
Well, we exist from March 1990, so
Oh, right.
I know we did a couple of shows like on the very first moment, and was it not in the Alcatraz Cafe?
No, I don't think it was. It was in like some big hut, and it put it this way, it was before your demo. It was before, like way before your demo. I don't know if you like. It was. Or is
it the Vooruit? The Vooruit?
Yeah.
Called the Vooruit. It was like a hall with one balcony kind of type.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was Alcatraz concert probably organizing, because Alcatraz was actually Philip from Alcatraz Cafe was our first guy who was like taking care of us a little bit, and that's the reason why we were on these bills.
Right.
So it had to be, but I'm sure it's in the Vooruit. It's nuclear assault, Acid Rain.
Yeah.
I think there was another band still. No.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think 4 bands were there. But we're talking about 24 years ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm fucking old.
I pretend not to be.
Yeah, don't we all? Yeah, it's nice to see you again. Well, look, this is kind of a really this could be quite interesting, right? I got a letter here.
Yeah.
Now, given that you don't remember my band, there's a chance that you won't remember this guy either. But do you remember a guy? In English, it would be Tony Hermans.
Tony Hermans.
Yeah, or it would be in Belgian. I think it'd be Toon, Toon.
Oh, you got to be kidding me! Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious, man.
That's I get the point. Yeah, he was a real good friend of mine.
He was a good friend of mine as well, and look, if it's okay with you, I have a letter here
from him.
Yes, that I want to read to you, and it says it's the 18th of December 1990, and it says, "Yo H, I think this will be the last letter you'll be getting from me. At the moment you'll have this, I will be dead. This is no joke, but merely unfortunately, I didn't enjoy living anymore. Things didn't go my way anymore. Things I wanted to happen didn't happen. Things I didn't want to happen were happening all the time. Well, to put it short and brief, there was no more fun in life. I'm sorry, but I can't live like that. I'm writing this note to the people I like most, so I thought I'd let you know. After all, we've been writing for 2 years now. I hope you and Acid Rain all the best for the future. Did you like Channel Zero demo? You should really contact Franky one day. Tell him you know me. Maybe you can do business together."
Oh my God, this is almost like surreal.
It is, isn't it?
He was a really good friend of mine, and I got the same letter. Almost like, I think 25 people got a letter like that. I didn't know he committed suicide.
Yeah.
Wow, this is intense. I have the same letter here somewhere in a box upstairs.
Yeah, I know.
Writing this to me too, because 2 days before I still saw him. I saw him really regularly. He was like, he knew about Channel Zero in the early moments, really like early moments, like he talks about the demo, and then happened what happened, and that was like, that was a real heavy hit there. Even the song "Help," maybe you know the song "Help" of Channel Zero.
Yeah. That
turned into Belgium. In Belgium, it turned into really a radio hit. That's the reason why we were so kind of big in Belgium.
Yeah.
Was about him.
Wow.
That lyric, "Help," is about the way how I a little bit felt like powerless in that whole situation, because what happened there was for me like almost like when I still remember when a friend of him, his mom called me to tell like Toon commit suicide. I was like, first of all, I thought she was making a joke. I was like, look, I don't believe it. You know, it's impossible. I saw him 2 days ago, and all of a sudden, 1 week later, we were on his funeral. I met his whole family. His sister, by the way, is also on my Facebook still.
Wow.
I made her a video message like 2 weeks ago. Her new boyfriend asked me to do so. So, yeah, wow, that's one hell of an introduction.
Yeah, I know, and look, I didn't want to I didn't want in any way kind of like feel like you were being hijacked here or
No. I mean, don't worry. But it's actually really nice of you to bring this up because we were just good. I mean, I had a lot of good friends, but he was like the guy that we were into music, like into music all the time. I mean, new bands. I know he was like going for. He had also a German band. I don't remember the name anymore. Where he was really crazy about also. And if I'm not wrong, I even remember the Acid Rain. We were buying albums.
Yeah.
On import base in a store in Ghent because he actually committed suicide in his student house kind of student room in Ghent.
Right.
I was actually having my first job there, so we were there all the time, and this is really intense. But Toon Hermans, yeah.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, his name is also a name in Belgium and in Holland. That name is known as one of the most famous stand-up comedians ever. So whenever somebody talks about Toon Hermans in Flanders side, the north side of Belgium and Holland, everybody's referring to like the comic.
Yeah.
He had the same name also, so I mean that's really. But I have the same letter as you in Flemish. Here it's still in a box. That was really crazy. What happened back then?
Well, that's
really crazy.
Well, what's really crazy is I now do stand-up comedy as well. So it's all coming full. Yeah, I've been doing stand-up comedy for the last 15 years.
Amazing.
So I'm I still do a little bit of music here and now. I mean, I do my podcast, which is just started this year. But yeah, I've also got the I have a I don't know if you can see that there. This is a I think this is a program from the funeral. Which obviously is all in Flemish, which was the day after Christmas Day, December the 26th, 1990. And I got the letter and the program was sent to me like this. And the letter was wrapped up inside, so it was actually sent after the funeral.
Well, as far as I know, I learned to. The thing is, I didn't know his parents and his sister before.
Yeah.
All that. And he literally wrote in that letter to me like, I think it would be nice if you learn to know my parents. So, which I did, and they actually explicitly wanted me to go after the funeral with them to the family dinner, but that was really complicated for me because I didn't know anybody of his family at all.
Yeah.
So I did that because I thought it was just like, he asked for it, and the thing is also that there they told me that he already planned this 4 months ahead. So like 4 months ahead, he started writing a whole book. I think he wrote he bought a big book, empty book, and he wrote. I never read it. Not that I want to read it, but I mean, he wrote 4 months up front. He said, "I'm going to commit suicide that day."
Wow.
And that's exactly what he did. So
right.
It was really heavy for me the next week when I was on that family. That's what they call, they have a little dinner after the closest family. So I was all of a sudden, you had a big family.
Right.
So all of a sudden I was like into that big family, which somewhere I didn't mind but that was really intense because I still remember that one of his family relatives, he openly asked me like, are you sure you didn't write any lyrics that influenced Stone to commit suicide?
Oh my God.
So I was like standing in front of like 50 people. I didn't already know how to handle that because I was already like completely overwhelmed in the negative way of the whole what happened. And so I had to defend myself. I mean, I was like, I don't think my lyrics had anything to do with what, you know. And then his father came in and he said, no, it's impossible because he wrote us the whole book and he started 4 months ahead. He picked the date instantly.
Yeah.
Because the day he actually commits suicide is the last day of the student. It's called the last Thursday before going into the 2 weeks of school vacation.
Right, yeah.
And it's called, believe it or not, in Ghent, it's called Crystal Night.
Right.
Referring to the night where the Germans broke all the windows of the Jews.
Ah, right.
Because in the whole city is a kind of block. It's a student city, and there's so many glasses break that night that it traditionally throughout the years it's got called in the mouth of people like Crystal Night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where I'm from, also originally born. So yeah, man, that's still one strange twist of fate or time. Which is really almost like incredible that you bring it up here.
Well, the thing is, I wasn't even, I wasn't looking to interview. No offense, but I wasn't kind of looking to interview you. But I hooked up with Andy for some interviews, and I looked down the list, and it just said Franky Channel Zero, and I just thought, wow. I mean, this letter is. You know, this letter, I take it out and I read it at least once a year. Back in 1990, of course, you know, it was. This letter just arrived, and there's no, and I knew Tony, and that's it. So I couldn't write to anybody, I couldn't ring anyone, I didn't know anyone.
Internet was not at all what it is now.
Yeah, look at us talking here now. I
can imagine for you that must have been like a really awkward letter to get because you can't reply.
Yeah.
Or how do you want to reply? I mean, back in the days, it's I mean, even for us somewhere, we could talk about it because we knew on the funeral, and I knew a lot of people around him and us that were like. We could talk about it, but it must have been like really kind of hard to get that letter because you can't. What do you have to say on that? I mean, it's like so endless.
Yeah, I mean, I think the phrase you're looking for is head fuck.
Yeah. Completely. I mean, how do you want to handle that? There is no way to place it.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, man. To. No. I hope you have a little kind of, I don't know, place or relief on the fact that we can talk about it. I mean, if I would have known this like before, we could have easily talked about this earlier.
Yeah, I know. Franky, the way this is all worked out is obviously, this is the way it was worked out. I mean, I saw Channel Zero on the email from Andy, and I said, look. It has to be an original member, and Andy said, "How's Franky?" And I was just looking at the letter, going, "Yeah, this is just fucking unbelievable."
I can imagine.
You know,
I really can imagine. It's almost unbelievable. Also, I mean, started off for an interview. I have to be honest. I'm not saying that I'm still emotional on that, but it's still like it. The crazy thing with the whole thing is that it's still as unbelievable as it was now 25 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, well, this is the first time in 25 years that I've been able to talk to anybody about receiving this letter who actually knew him. So there's a few people I've spoken to in my life who I've shown the letter, and a friend of mine actually lived in Belgium for 5 or 6 years, and when he came over, I showed him the whole program and everything, and was like, look, can you make sense of it for me? And this is, that's like 20 years later. It's kind of something that look, talking to you about it now, it's obviously it's something that never goes away because of the way it happened. And
yeah, he prepared this so well, and he literally the way how he prepared it technically speaking, was totally like there was no way he could fail. Right. Okay. He prepared it so good. He knew exactly what he had to do, how he did it, because he was living in a very low ceiling in his typical student house. The like you have thousands of them in Ghent. Yeah. And how he managed to do this like with such a precise dedication, and there was no way he could fail, because he even his ex-girlfriend at that time and his best friend, he literally made an appointment with them to find him. Wow. So these two girls opened this door, and of course that's the last thing you would have expected. So that was really, really heavy. I mean, I still remember that whole week of like unbelief and everything was like a follow up. It went even so crazy. I think I owe you the whole story. Maybe not for the interview, but yeah, sure. It went so absolutely crazy that he was like a diehard fan of the demo, Channel Zero. He also was really like not involved, but he was like so close to me that, I mean, he felt the whole building up of the whole thing. Yeah. And he did his last job. Typical students working for having a little extra money in the year time. Yeah. He went working, and he kind of did a heavy job. He won quite some money, and he completely saved that. Yeah. Or not. And when I was after the funeral at his parents' house, they said, "Look, Toon still left you something." And I was like, well, I don't know. And he literally, his last will was to give me all that money to buy an effects processor for my voice. Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. I remember. He was so like, I mean, and I was like completely like, I think it's one of the only moments in my life where I was literally nailed to the ground, because I was like, no, you can't ask me to take that. I mean, yeah. I think the first reaction for me was like, I don't want it. I mean, I was like, come on, how do you want me to accept that? And they were literally like, they were so like, you have to. It's in his last will. It's written in that book. And I was like, I was crying. I couldn't place it. Literally, I couldn't place it. And exactly the thing what they gave me, I completely spent it on amps, speakers, and that FX processor, a Boss SE50. I'll never forget that of my whole fucking life. Yeah. If an FX processor can have an emotional connection, then yeah. Well, no, I mean, it was so completely like absurd for me. Like, I mean, I never thought that talking about an effect, or I was researching things and looking for whatever in vocal performance ways to improve or to look, typical musician stuff. I don't have to explain you. I mean,
yeah. I wish I could have found an effect that would have made my voice any better.
That was just the thing that I had in mind. I mean, of so many things that I had in mind of, like, I need a better PA system. Back in the days, we made our own PA systems. We bought amps, fucked up speakers, learned out of it, the whole typical.
Yeah.
Now you go into a store and I'm a singer, you need this mic, you take that system. If you spend a little money, you're set up.
Yeah.
Back in the days, there was no such thing as, you had PAs, but I mean, I didn't have the ways to, like, buy the whole thing, so it was. I still remember getting that money, and I was like, almost like, I have to get to that store now because, that was almost like so surreal. I could hardly believe it. And then the crazy thing on that whole thing, is that the song I made. 4 or 5 years later, Help, literally became like, it's, believe it or not, they still play it almost like once or 2-3 times a week in Belgium on national radio.
Really? Wow.
It's incredible. I can't explain it. I even have, I maybe have to show you. I'll complete the whole story now.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Cool.
I'm going to show you a gift I got also on the funeral of Toon from his parents, and it's since ever that's the thing that hangs in front of my. When I have a studio, I always have, wherever I live, I always have like my place where I have my speakers and whatever. And believe it or not, I'm going to show you. That's the gift I got from his parents, and it's. I don't know why it already hangs like 24 years in front of my face.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Since it's almost like, I can't imagine having that not in front of my face when I'm making music.
Yeah.
And that's this Egyptian.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. No, I get. Yeah. Right. Okay. It's like a sort of shroud.
And I always say it's like Toon watching me.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. So everybody's like, what's with that thing? It always hangs there. And I'm like, I don't explain it to everybody.
Yeah.
But the thing is with this, it's hard to explain. I can't imagine having this thing because this is my spot up there where I have my studio.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah.
And it's always in front of me. Always. So yeah, man.
That's
talking about intense stories.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's This has got to be one of the stranger interviews that I've ever done.
Oh, well, since you got that letter, I'm always straightforward with everybody. So, but it's no problem, man. Don't worry. It's I hope you can give it a little bit more place through this talk.
Yeah, no, definitely. And what follows on from this is when are we going to see you guys in the UK?
Well, I have to be honest. The story with Phil, who passed away last. Now almost a year ago.
Yeah, it's just coming up. It's just coming up to a year, isn't it? Next month.
So we were like going to record the album with Phil. Like 2 days later, the whole band got like shook up, like so crazy.
Yeah.
One of Mikey's best friends, Roy, got to the point where he said, "Look, if you still want to do the album, even if it's just as a dedication, I'm ready to help you guys out." So, the whole thing for me was also that I didn't want to get into a new discussion who was going to be the new drummer or this or, it was all kind of... The thing is, we had two situations. Since the album recording was like just 2 days later for 1 month, we had to cancel everything, but the whole problem was the studios were booked. Logan Maynard was going to fly over to Belgium. to record the whole process, because the first album in 2011 we actually recorded it half here and half in the States. But now we were going to do the whole process here, because where we rehearsed is actually a studio. So Logan was like, I can handle that if I have the right equipment. So that was the plan. So the moment Phil passed away, we called Logan. He was literally almost like putting his bag on the plane.
Yeah.
So the whole thing got cancelled. We didn't really know where our heads were at that moment. And then later on, the only thing that we had is that if we would have continued at a certain moment, like a month and a half later, Logan said, look, I'm booked until now, or a little bit like, so his planning was full. So at a certain moment, there was one band or one of his projects fell off or got on a hold situation.
Yeah.
And he said, if there is a moment, if you want to still do this with him, the only problem was also we already advanced half of the price that we were going to pay him. You know, we were in so much like different levels of complexity, like
yeah.
The label was going crazy. Of course, they didn't. I mean, that was so. When Phil passed away the first day, it maybe sounds crazy, but we literally had like more than 150,000 views on our Facebook page.
Jesus Christ!
Only for Belgium. So
yeah,
just to explain you how the whole thing like went like global. It was in every newspaper. There was direct speculation. Is it an overdose? Again, a new rock and roll victim, and the only thing would happen was that he had his artery collapsed.
Yeah, yeah.
So the Monday, it happened the Saturday. The Monday, we had to do kind of press conference here. There was 25 cameras on our face.
Oh my God.
We had nothing to announce.
No, because you wouldn't know what was happening, would you?
Yeah, but the thing was, there was nothing spectacular somewhere.
Yeah, right, okay.
Was not. He didn't put a needle in his. I mean, Phil was. I mean, we were not angels, but you know.
Yeah.
But his parents were like, "Oh, what's happening?" So we had a whole like thing going on, and the thing is, I mean, to get back to your question, when we're going to play in UK, I mean, let's say a couple of months ago, we were already happy getting to the point where we could just make the album, which was actually fully done. We literally had all the demos ready because on Monday, Phil was going to start tracking drums. So we decided to do the album in memory for Phil, kind of, in first instance.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, okay, let's make that album and see where we are then. And we got such a really good response to the whole thing where the thing was, yeah, you're going to do it live? Maybe not. Yeah, what are we going to do? It's all like... Sometimes it's so hard because nowadays in rock and roll times, you have to decide everything 6 months up front.
Yeah, yeah.
If you don't book something for April in August or August in October the year before, it doesn't happen. So there was so much like time limits and going on. So and then the whole thing, you know, when the album was there, the mix took a little bit longer than expected. But in the end, the album is there, and then, yeah, he's there, and we know it's going to come out in Belgium and in Holland, which is the territory of our label, Belgian label.
Yeah.
It's actually the old Roadrunner label.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's that bit of that Roadrunner label that got the Belgian partner of Case Wessels.
Yeah.
You probably know the name.
Yeah.
Who sold Roadrunner International, bought the whole thing of Roadrunner. He didn't keep the name, but he bought the whole thing in for Belgium and Holland.
Right.
On his own risk, which is almost like crazy. So we had a first plan, like, okay, the album comes out in Belgium. Funny as it seems, we had, with Feed 'em of a Brick, we had a gold album in Belgium in album sales, which is still crazy nowadays, so we have to be honest. And the thing is, we'd never expected that. I mean, you always hope, but, you know, I don't have to explain you what is hope in music. It's a really large It's really narrow and at the same time really large in perspective. So the funny part is, all of a sudden, a Dutch guy introduces us at the new Metal Blade European initiative.
Yeah.
They're having a German office now since, I don't know, 6 months.
Yeah.
And nobody was interested. We sent it to Nuclear Blast, to the whole... We all got like, yeah, you know, we don't know. It's not really our thing. And they were the only one who said, wow, we love this shit. We want to do this. And
Brilliant.
literally, I'm not joking, we were almost like falling with our chairs with the feet in the air. Like, and we were like, wow, well, that's good news. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's what it really happened. So now, 3 months ago, all of a sudden, Metal Blade came in the picture, and they literally said, like, first off, okay, we want to do this worldwide. And we were like, well, we're not going to, since we don't really have, we're not like that, but I mean, we're not going to do like real heavy on this. Wait, discuss the options.
Yeah.
So, like, hey man, you know,
Yeah.
here's the album. So our label made an agreement with them, and I have to be honest, we get really, really good reviews, which is, of course, extremely nice. But to explain you a little bit, like, how I feel about it is that without the Metal Blade impact, I'm not sure if we would have ever played in UK again. And now I dare to say that the album is just out for a month, a small month, so the reviews are really good. I do quite some interviews with UK, France, Germany, Holland, Sweden, Italy. So there is a certain interest. So honestly, we hope to get there after the summer, beginning of next year.
It'd be great, man. It'd be awesome, man. I'd love to come and see you guys. I'd love to, I'd love to meet. I'd love to meet you and sit down in the flesh and have a beer. And talk a little bit more about Tony. And you know what? Everything is clicking into place in my brain. When you played with Nuclear Assault, you were in '69.
No, I was never in '69.
Was it? So you weren't in '69?
No, I was in Cyclone.
Ah, right, okay.
We have these two camps. The Phil, Tino, and the first guitar player, believe it or not, who also died of a blood clot.
Gee, everyone is dying in this interview, Franky.
Oh, people already told us, like, what's wrong with you guys? I'm like, I don't know.
I know you had Dimebag doing the second album, and it's just.
Oh yeah, we had Vinny mixing. So it's you know, there's so many really sometimes awkward connections with the whole thing. Like, Mikey is a real good friend of Vinnie Paul.
Yeah.
In '92, I flew over to Nashville to mix, but Mikey was an extremely good friend of Dimebag. They literally hang out like months and months on the same tour buses because they were playing in the same bands. So, you know, it's so crazy sometimes, destiny and what happens, because like in 1990 I was in LA just to party because I was having a job in PA. I was a sales and marketing in PA for Mayer Sound, an American company.
Yeah.
And I was over there, and this, believe it or not, it's again one of these. That's the story of my life, a little bit. I always end up in stuff that I'm like, why is this happening? You know, or can somebody give me some more, whatever, explanation? So Mikey was like, hey man, come over to LA. I was in San Francisco for 3 days training. I fly over to LA with an inland flight, costs really nothing.
Yeah. And
at the same time, the Ellafella in Iceland explodes.
Oh, right, yeah. So you were stuck.
So what happens is that, I was stuck more than a month in LA. Of course, there's worse places to get stuck.
Yeah. Poor you.
You know, that was really a bummer.
Yeah, right.
The thing is, you you can't. I mean, I still remember the lady of United calling me, like, she was like, I have 2 options for you in 3 weeks and a half, but we were already 1 week further before I got to reach somebody.
Yeah.
Or in 1 month and a half. So I was like, please give me that seat in 3 weeks and a half, because I didn't have enough money. So
yeah,
our manager sent over some money on my bank account so I could pay some hotels to stay and eat, because I didn't expect to stay for more than a month in LA. And at that time, we actually wrote Feel with a Brick, the first of the new album.
Right.
Because I was stuck there. So Marlon was, our manager said, look, you're there anyway. So
yeah,
do something, I mean, with your time. I mean, we couldn't party for 1 month. I mean, we were not like, Aerosmith or whatever.
yeah.
Partying. We were like partying for 3 days and then we were broke, So that's how we wrote that first album. And then I flew back because I actually didn't want to do a new band, Channel Zero. But that new album, it worked so well with Mikey. The click was there. Yeah, 1 year later I stopped my job, and so we're back in rock and roll land without even wanting it. Or I mean, it's sometimes it has to roll with. You have to go with the fog or the. And then the thing that happens with Metal Blade, I'm not saying that everything is on wheels, but it's crazy to do 25 years of music to wanting to reach something and reaching something, but not reaching like that world thing going on. And now all of a sudden we get that deal. So I don't know. I'm like, okay, I learned to never say never.
Yeah. Well, it's
because
just
you actually don't know.
Yeah, well, there's no one could actually manage you into the situation that you've ended up. It's just happened, hasn't it?
I don't know. I've learned to live with destiny. I mean, I have to be honest. My life has always been in so many ways, because I have two, 3 journalists in Belgium who know my story a little bit deeper than just the music side, and they're literally telling me, like, friend, you have to write this down, because if you write down what you've lived already, people are literally not going to believe you. That was so crazy that it's hard to place,
That was a great line when you said you've learned to live with destiny. That's a really cool line, and that kind of sums it up.
I had to. I literally, when I was 30, 35, I had a moment where I had a hard time accepting all the. And also the things where I choose for. I mean, I'm not saying that it's all destiny. It's all kind of destiny, but at the same time, it's also you trying to do your thing. And of course, you hit the wall. Of course, you learn. Of course, you go from wall to wall. So all these things have. I had a moment in my life where I was really getting frustrated on the fact that I was like, if it would be nice if I could choose for once.
Have some kind of element of control.
I was going bananas but I really learned to, like, okay, it's literally no use. I mean, the whole thing with the Elefella Yukkel is a nice example of. I already know now the moment where I feel like, it feels really comfortable, really, in this situation. I'm kind of like a little bit settled, or, and there's all of a sudden that baseball bat is like, and I'm on the other side of the terrain, and then I'm asking myself, like, why am I here now?
Yeah.
So, it's, and Tone was another one of these, like, almost like crazy moments. Hard to get. It's almost like incredible that you bring that up here.
Oh yeah, I mean,
not in a negative way. I mean,
no, I know. I mean, look, it's slightly selfish from my point of view, because
no.
I just wanted to talk to, and the irony, the irony, the symmetry, the fate of him mentioning you by name in the letter that he wrote to me all these years ago is just I couldn't not, like, call you up and say, man, we've got something in common.
Yeah, Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's almost like unbelievable. I mean, yeah. So you still play in Acid Rain now, or you stopped, or
Well,
or you?
we quit in '91, and there's a retrospective box set coming out next month in August of everything. There's been attempts to try and get back to play together and play shows, but I mean I've been doing stand up for 15 years. You know, so stand up is what I do. Musically, I've done some guest appearances recently and stuff like that, and it's definitely kind of whetted my appetite to get back into things. But you know, whether anything comes of that or not, I don't know. But I mean, you know what it's like once you've been in this scene, it never leaves you. You know, and the podcast is a way of staying in touch with everybody, really.
Well, the thing is, the question I want to ask you, if I'm not wrong, you didn't have long hair back in the days too.
No, I did. I had long hair, just like everybody else. Yeah.
Because the thing is, when I see your face, and I'm really, really good in remembering faces, I can actually place you.
Right.
I'm extremely bad in names. I'm not joking.
Me too.
It's sometimes so embarrassing. When I was doing the sales and marketing job, that was like one of my worst assets ever.
Yeah.
Like forgetting names, I was like, fuck, I already sold that guy at 100,000. It was Gerald. No. Shit. But believe me or not, I meet people sometimes throughout time, and actually, face-wise, you're not. I mean, I can place it.
Right. Okay. Cool, man. Cool. Well, This has been definitely the strangest interview I've ever done. I think, yeah, you know, right, yeah, I think you'd agree.
Yeah, but it's cool. I mean, don't worry. I mean,
no.
I'm happy that you can talk a little bit about it, so you have some information. That, I mean, come on, it's 24 years.
Yeah.
It's 24 years of
not knowing anything, to be honest with you.
Not knowing anything about it. I mean, it's almost like unbelievable.
I know. Well, look, Franky, I'm gonna have to wind this up now. But what I want to do is, I've got your email address. I'll send you an email. Let's connect over Facebook and everything. And I don't want to lose contact with you.
No problem.
Cool. All right, man.
Wait. It's the thing is, the best thing is you send me your Facebook or account because you won't get on it. I have it's completely full and 4,000 waiting and 2,000 Belgian thing, and it's hard to get on my Facebook. Yeah. Send me your account name or how you are on it, and I'll send you a request in 2 minutes.
No problem, man. No problem. I'll send you an email. Look,
I hope you have enough information for the interview, or it'll be completely, you know.
Well, look, if you don't mind, I'm going to use the whole thing, everything that we've just spoken about. You know, I mean, it's important. I think this kind of thing. You know, you never know. Somebody might be listening to us talking about this, and they may be thinking of doing something themselves, and they,
no problem. Totally.
You know, so but look, it's been an absolute pleasure. I'm going to get an email across to you, and I look forward to buying you a beer in London sometime.
Ah, you're London based?
Yeah.
Ah, great. Well, we hope to get there. I think it's, as far as I know, more beginning of next year than maybe after the summer.
Yeah.
It depends. We're working on some things, but it's really, I mean, we don't want to just go out there and we want to make sure that when it's done, it's good. So
of course, I'm sure it will be, man. I'm sure it will be.
Well, thank you.
No problem. Look, it's been an absolute pleasure. It's great to talk to you, and take care. Have a good evening, and I'll talk to you again soon, man.
Hey, bye-bye.
So there you go. The story of how a letter from 1990 finally I was able to speak to Franky and kind of do business together, I guess, as Tony Toons would have wanted and suggested in 1990. 21 years previously. And that's why this will always be my favourite episode, no matter how many I do. He was a really cool guy. And, met him in 1988. And this is Tony, that is. And became pen friends. For those of you that don't know what that is, that's writing letters to each other, as we did for a couple of years. And that's how you stayed in touch back then. And it really, really knocked me when I got the letter, which I still have to this day. And to get hold of Franky when I saw that he was available for interviews, I was kind of like, oh my God, this is meant to be. This has got to happen. And happen it did. And I'm so glad it did. And Franky and I are still in touch today. So there you go. If you haven't heard that before, because you didn't really have a chance to dig back into the archives, that's what this series is all about. I hope you've enjoyed it. And, why not share it with somebody if you really liked it? So anyway, thanks for listening. It's always a pleasure. It's never a chore. Whatever you're doing, do it well. Be safe. I'll speak to you again soon.